Alright guys, in this episode we are going to tackle making a new engine and transmission cradle. We start by hacking up the old one and making a new one basically from scratch. Let's go, baby. On horses, on the hunt for a VW bus. Yes, we are. Got my two sisters with me and for this elusive bus that's apparently in a barn out here.
Full of cash.
Wow! Yeah, baby.
Rat Haven.
Look at that. All right, guys, in the last episode, we finished up the seat frame by making a bunch of new little brackets. We made some custom linkages for the actuation of the seat mechanism. We fixed up the new floor pan, get rid of some of the things we don't need, and we finally were able to weld up the beams and the framework.
Real pretty.
right, guys, just to let you know, I am booking clients and projects for 2026. If you have something you need fabricated or designed, get in touch with me. Let me know as soon as you can via email, and we will see if we're a good fit.
All right, so this is gonna lay out pretty much like I have it here. This is the top. These were on here. So I got my two new bungs, the bottom bung. These are all gonna be arranged like that. I gotta make one more of these. And then this guy's gonna go fit down in there like that. So we gotta drill a bunch of holes in here. Put these in. So let's do that. I'm gonna lay that out and we'll go from there. A little tacky tack. All right, every fabricator has to have a scrap bin. I need to make some little tabs, ouch, to hold the, alright, this was an old axle housing off some motorcycle frames I used to make, actually. That frame right there. So, that axle housing on there is this guy. And I think that might work great. I happen to have two of them, so I'm thinking cut it about right there. The bung will be right in there, and we'll have some little motor supports. Alright, so we're taking the motor mount off so we can put in the holes. We had to move because Gavin needed the lift to fix his BMW, my son. So there's what we got so far. Alright, so I'm drilling the holes here in this beam for the our little 1.5" inserts.
Some form of control still, making our constant binary choices and voicing our equally shallow opinions more loudly or quietly. Most people can't even decide what color to wear or which burger to eat. What does it matter, man? Autonomy is an illusion. Autonomy is an illusion. Autonomy is an illusion.
Alright, I got my first one of these guys down in the hole. I'm just gonna tack it in. I'm clamping it just to kind of keep it straight. Move it along now.
Most people can't even decide what color to wear or which burger to eat. What does it matter, man? Autonomy is an illusion. Autonomy is an illusion. Autonomy is an illusion.
This is the future. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution. This is the future. Human error.
Hi, Gavin. Yeah, Transmisson on. Great.
Evolution.
Here's my new bumper. Sweet. I have this front bumper. This front bumper. And another front bumper up there. So we'll have to do a taste test to see which one we like best. Alright, so I'm cleaning these babies up. I got a little bit of porosity in some of these welds, so I'm going to go over those again with the TIG. I think it was from the oil I used when I drilled the holes, and I'm using this guy to kind of clean out, and I'm going to use this guy with the little bevel on there, and that will just kind of help give me a nice little chamfer on there. And I know none of this matters. None of this matters. No one's gonna ever see it. Ooh, baby. Ream in that hole.
Hey guys, just wanted to take a quick second to give a shout out to a couple of my followers that always leave great comments at 65CJ55 and Stefan Gottberg 634. Thanks guys, I appreciate it.
Whoa, ew. Yeah, alright. Hit the wrong button. Sure if I showed these welds or not, but I just TIG welded these, and they'd probably be acceptable. I did have some oil. I doused this thing with cleaner and went out and hosed it off, but there was still oil inside the tube, and so when I was welding I got some porosity like right there, and there's over here. Thought I saw some over here right there, so I'll have to clean that up. A couple more dabs with the TIG. I started grinding it, so it'll look a little better. Got air grinding away over here. Yeah, buddy. Just so you know, if you come here and visit, I put you to work. Just the way it is. Alright, so we decided to turn this into like a engine cradle instead of just a mustache bar. So Eric is carefully machining more holes. I'm over here machining more inserts. Alright, Saturday morning here, just picked this guy up. Little backup motor here. Probably use this one first. It's ready to go, and we can do all the shakedown and stuff with this motor while I build turbo motor or something. Bunch of parts. It's got some damaged push rods, so I gotta. He bought that kit for it, so throw those on. There you go. All right. Back in the shop, we got all the holes drilled in our side pieces for the cradle. I got all these guys made. Come on, threw a little chamfer on them. They're just under 1 inch wide, so I'll weld them in. Alright, all tacked in. I don't know what happened here. Actually, I know what happened. This side with the welded seam on the tube is going to be on the inside, and then that way this side will look better from the side. I used an old piece here as like a little spacer. Just I had that sitting on there all the time. So space it off right. I'll weld it up. Looks like it was too hot, but there wasn't nothing in that thing. I had to go high. Looking good. We got Eric over here. That looks nice. Looking good, Eric. Hey! Alright, so these are the motor mounts that'll be on the cradle. And this will be mounted to the bus. And then this is going to come in and set on top of it to cradle the front part, the transmission side. And getting it all in one piece with everything mounted might be tough, and like getting it over the top and dropping down. So I'm cutting this in a slot so we can actually just slide it in, like slide it in. This can be a little tight in there. Bandsaw the sucker off. Oh, there we go. Alright, so this is probably unnecessary, but I went and touched up a bunch of this stuff because I had like little dots and little undercuts and stuff. So Eric's done such a bang up job cleaning these up. Come check this out. The bad side. Show them the other side, Eric. Let's see the other side. Oh my. Boy, it's almost going to be a shame to put powder coat on this. That looks so sweet. Dang. Nice work, Eric. Yeah. Alright, Eric absolutely killed it on this thing. It's almost too nice. God damn. Looks sweet. A little powder coat action. There you go. Alright, this shit right here is some of the stuff that you forget to add into the cost of your restoration when you're trying to explain it to your wife or girlfriend how much shit it's going to cost. At, you know, $8 a piece or whatever. Use a lot of these. Don't tell my girlfriend. I'm adding this little angle here, so this guy's gonna come in to the front, and this guy on here, that, and then there's a piece of 1/4 inch that goes on this side.
Just wish he knew.
just thinking about the time. So we had like a day of cutting, drilling, welding, making this. That was a day and a half. Another day. We started yesterday, so really like a half a day and a full day today. 2 guys today. So it's at least 40, 50 man hours. So you're looking at, if you were at a shop, this would be $4,000 or $5,000. So that'd be like $4 or $5 grand to have this stupid engine cradle made if you were paying a shop by the hour. We've been working our asses off. Eric spent a lot of time cleaning up these outside holes. And we did the inside ones too, but the outsides are even more fancy. Alright, I'm gonna get this out of here and bolt it on the motor. Alright guys, I wanted to show you this. Hold on a second. Alright, make sure you wear a glove. So I put this this acid on, and it's been sitting a few hours now, and you can see that it's pretty ugly. Right? And but it does get rid of the rust. But so check it out. So now you go back along, get this wet. So I'm just dipping it back in here. Trying to film this with one hand and work with the other hand. So get it wet. As we go, we'll go up along here. There's acid, so watch your eyes and your wheels. And, alright. Alright. And then while it's wet, take a rag and basically dilute it off, wipe it off, and it gets rid of all that nastiness. But it eats away at any surface rust. So check it out. Remember that was all nasty? You gotta like, maybe there was a lot of rust right there. I don't know why that right there is not. Can you do it one more time? I thought that was kind of interesting. That part there is not coming clean. But that looks a lot better. Like the rust is clean, but it's not all that nastiness. So probably could even hit it now with something else, some sort of soap and water, or so. I'll have to see what they say to dilute it down. All right, here it is. The engine CRADLE. The engine CRADLE. It's French. So that's pretty cool. Eric did a bang-up job cleaning up all those holes. And then I just kind of went through my smorgasbord of leftover parts. So when I have stuff laser cut, all the drops, that's not the right one, but all the drops, I have them saved for me. So then, I have all these extra pieces that I use for gussets and whatever, so it gives me a lot of extra little parts for doing stuff. So I basically made this piece. I got a gusset under here, an angle of the dangle. This piece was just another little triangle piece. That was a little scrap piece, and then I added a piece on there. I had this all CAD design, and when I tried it the first time, I didn't like the way it worked, so we redid it where the bushings were up here, where the bushings were up here, and I didn't like the way that worked. And then I came up with this idea of this whole kind of cradle thing, so we'll be able to get the engine all built, get the cradle powder coated, engine all done, and have it sitting on this cradle, and then we'll just slip her in. So not exactly how I like to work, so I'll draw this up and document it before we finish up the bus. But for now, it's going back in the hole. Alright, it's hard to see in there, but I think this is going to work really well with this cradle. So I got it kind of angled up And I got the forks that are gonna just get over those mounts, and I should be able to just push this back, hit those mounts, and then jack up the back here. So.
I just wish he knew.
And the next episode, we'll be making the extension for the rear engine tin.
Alright. Hey guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next one.